my gosh, look at that. So cute.
We are back in the kitchen with Dr. JJ, and in an interesting twist and news breaking, Christina is now a doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
I just play one on TV.
Oh, okay.
But I have to tell you, she's like a little girl here this morning in the kitchen because, you know, she is a medical doctor and you bring such great advice to everybody all the time. But I have never seen you more excited as you are right now. You've been jumping up and down. She's earned her chef degree, your everything, your coat, your name on it, your certificate. After 20 years of dreaming about it, she finally did it.
Look at that.
Yeah. Look at you, and there you are with your chef coat.
Could have you just used your same like doctor's coat and just stitched that on the other side?
No, I'm sort of like Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
Doctor on this side, chef on the other.
It's no small feat. They put you through. It's a big ordeal to go through chef school. So congratulations.
It's grueling. Medical school is harder, but yeah.
You think? I would hope so.
Yeah. Now, but you also had a class with Julia Child before she died?
Yes, I did. I was really, really fortunate. At the school that I attended, I took many hours of classes.
And there she
and
is.
I had a chance to meet her, as did my son, and it was just really just a groundbreaking day for me. She's so inspirational.
That it was.
Yeah, she's a very interesting woman.
I found it interesting that we were kind of joking about this, but you said it's a lot, having a degree and being a doctor is a lot like what you need to know for baking because of the science involved.
It's true, because I did specialize in pastry, and my mentor was actually Mary Bergen, who was Wolfgang Puck's first pastry chef at Spago.
Oh my gosh.
And there's so much chemistry involved, and there is precision involved. So one of the first things I purchased was a scale, because using a scale to weigh your ingredients gives you perfect results, and that's why today's bread is going to be so easy.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of people don't know that there is a science of cooking, and you have those books that the lure, L-U-R-E, of the kitchen, where it explains everything scientifically and why things rise, why things come together, why you need salt, why you need to put sodium or baking powder or baking soda. So it's interesting. I could be a doctor. I didn't know it would be that easy. I'm going.
So
I swear, my hand to God, I wanted to be a doctor, but I couldn't get past the math.
And I wanted to be a supermodel, and I couldn't get past
I still there. Okay, well, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, doctor, I want to be a doctor. Okay, so let's bring in the bread. And what are you going to be making today, doctor?
Okay, so today I am making an
Wow. Okay, fine.
Can we take a picture of this? Let's just look at it. We have to show. Let's get a shot of this. There it is. All right, there it is. Right there. Look how beautiful that is. It's amazing.
Now we will destroy it.
And it's hot and everything. All right, doctor.
Okay, let's go. So
I'm sorry.
I'm more like
Doctor's doing
really into it.
Because of the science, bread baking can be very intimidating, and so what I wanted to do was break it down into a way that you could actually memorize a recipe and never have to look at a book again.
Let's do it.
So today we're making an artisan bread based on flour, water, and starter, and the flours are different. I'm putting rye, I'm putting whole wheat in for their health benefits, I'm putting dried cranberries in for the antioxidants, I'm putting pumpkin seeds in for the season, and we're going to cook it in a cast iron pot, which creates its own microenvironment in the oven and gives it that thick, beautiful artisan crust. So good bread baking takes time, and so this is not a quick bread. So we did a little pre-tape today.
Okay, let's
and I'm going to tell you what we did this morning. All right, first of all, I'm going to make a starter, and this is with equal parts of flour, water, and yeast, and you want to put this in a warm countertop in your kitchen overnight. And what this mixture does is it starts to ferment, and it leavens your bread, and it also helps make the vitamins more available in your bread, and also softens the gluten so it's easier to digest. Then I'm taking flour, starter, I'm taking some water, a little bit of yeast, just to lift it up a little bit more, some molasses for sweetening and also for its iron and antioxidants. And we're gonna mix this for about 2 or 3 minutes until the dough comes together. And then I'm gonna add a couple of teaspoons of sea salt. And salt is really necessary for bread because otherwise it just tastes like flat boards. I mean, it's really unappealing. Then after 15 minutes of mixing, we're gonna add dried cranberries and pepitas or pumpkin seeds. And we end up with this beautiful loaf here. Now I'm going to shape it, and we just fold it into thirds like stationery.
How long do you have to knead it?
Nope.
No,
because we've done it in the machine, and we've done this twice. And then I'm going to put it in an oiled bowl.
Let it rise.
And let it rest. Let the gluten rest so that we can shape it into a loaf. So here we are with that 1 hour rested loaf.
And what do we do with this now,
Okay,
Doctor?
so now I have put a little flour on our board. Yes.
Dr. Chef? Chef Doctor?
And we're going to take this 1 hour nicely relaxed dough, and we are going to, it looks like a brain, doesn't it?
No. Well, maybe to you.
Okay, so we're going to fold it in thirds again. And again, when you fold dough, it's because it gives it structure so that it actually holds up and holds its shape. So we're going to fold it twice. And then what we're going to do is turn it upside down and bring the edges into the center and see a few of the cranberries are popping out because they're all hydrated. And we're going to just bring all the corners into the middle like a little knot here. Turn it over. And then we're going to take a flour sack cloth, which most of America owns, I believe, and Shirley gave me this beautiful one.
Oh, nice.
And we're going to dredge this with rice flour. And the reason being is that we don't want our dough to stick to the flour sack towel, but we also want to give it that crisp, wonderful finish that an artisan loaf has. We're going to pop our bread dough in there, dredge it heavily with more rice flour.
Okay.
And we're going to cover it and let it just be for 3 hours.
3 hours. And then,
3 hours.
okay, after
Very
3
scientific
hours?
with the just throwing stuff in.
I know, well, because again, I want to make this easy. Okay, so now here comes the fun part. So after 3 hours, you get this incredibly beautiful risen loaf like this.
Oh, beautiful.
Now, we go to bakeries and we see artisan bread with cuts and everything, and you need those cuts to let the steam release. So I have a little tool here called a lame. It's basically a razor blade on
I
a
shaved
stick.
my facial hair with that.
This is
Too much.
Too much information.
Let's just say not that one specifically you didn't use. Just want to be clear.
And we're going to just make a couple of deep cuts here. We're going to deflate a little bit, but that's okay. Tic-tac-toe.
Beautiful.
All right, and then what we're going to do is we've preheated our oven to 475 degrees, and we've preheated the cast iron pan.
All right, so I'm going to take this, take it
What
out.
we're going to do, I'm going to bring this over here, Christina.
Okay.
And the best way to get this out is just slide your hand under it like a baby. Debbie, listen, okay?
I see where the crossover's
Put this in.
happening.
Put this in.
Clear there.
And we're going to put the hot lid on it. We're going to put it in the oven at 475 for 24 minutes, and then we're going to uncover it for another 24, and you're going to get that deep, rich, mahogany, beautiful.
Oh, I love all those words.
Okay, so let me put this in. Drum roll, please.
Drum roll, please.
Coming out.
Coming, it's coming.
It's like delivering a baby.
We have our gorgeous artisan bread.
Beautiful.
It's going to come out.
Beautiful. Oh,
And bread, when it comes out, needs about an hour to cool, but it never lasts that long in our house. And you'll know when it's ready to cut when it stops singing. It actually starts singing. It sounds like snap, crackle.
Stop singing?
Snap, crackle, pop.
And we're going to use this butter and all.
Cut into
no,
that.
oh,
I will
God.
tell you this recipe is available on our Pinterest, or you can go to mdmoms.com. Follow Dr./Chef. By the way, she's back tomorrow to tell us about her new career as an astronaut. And then later on as a meteorologist. Okay. The overachiever. Good job. This is amazing.
Pumpkin butter, ricotta, and a little bit of pomegranate, and a little bit
And a
drizzle
little
of
bit of
maple
syrup?
and a little maple syrup, just to give it a little
So
sweetness.
good.
Yeah.
Up next, we're going to sit down and talk with the producer of Rise of the Giants, a documentary about giant pumpkins. Daria Matzes here.
So good.